Right, with university starting back in October, late September, a lot of you are going to be starting university for the first time and a lot of you are going to be returning to university. And I thought to myself, why not share 5 lessons that I learned whilst I was at university? Now, I have a lot more lessons that I've learned and I can make an extensive video on that if you want, so you can put that in the comments. But I thought, let me take 5 important lessons that I've learned and share this to you because I think you can take a lot of value from this and it will allow you to just get in the right mindset when you do go back to university and have some sort of direction just from, anyway, my experience. This is just my experience. You could take it whichever way you want, but I think there's a lot of gems in there that you can take that could be helpful for you. So the first one that I've written is, what is your goal? What is your goal when you're going to university? Now, you might be thinking, hold up, Vidish, that's a stupid question. What do you mean, what is my goal? I want to go to university because I want to get a degree. Of course, cool. But you see, a lot of people go to university because first and foremost, they want to get away from parents. They want to live that kind of free life, of course. They want to go partying, they want to go clubbing, they want to experience all of that stuff, which is fine, cool. But the problem comes when you're doing so much of that stuff and it's affecting what you were there for in the first place. What were you there for in the first place? You were there to go and study to get a degree. Right? Now, remember, I am not saying degree is important. If you've seen my previous videos, you'll know that, right? I'm not saying that degree is everything. But if your sole purpose was to get a degree and that is your aim, you have to think to yourself, am I coming here just to party, or am I coming here to achieve and get this degree so I can go and do the next thing? And the reason why I'm saying this is because I've seen when I was at university, a lot of my friends, they will be partying, clubbing, etc. And they'll like literally through the whole night and they won't even turn up to the morning lectures. They wouldn't even turn up at all. And you'll have morning lectures, right? We had morning lectures from 9. So because I did electronic and electrical engineering. So our timetable, especially second year was so intense, was like at least 9 to 5, literally 9 to 5 every day. You got to understand that when you're doing a lot of partying and clubbing and all that stuff throughout the night, your body and your mind is not going to be able to wake up for a 9 o'clock morning lecture, sometimes even 8:30. Okay? And now you might be thinking, oh, it's okay, that's not a problem because I can get the lecture notes from someone else, I can get the lecture notes from the lecturer, the professor, whatever. But think of it like this, and I don't think a lot of people say this, right? You are paying £9,000 a year, which is what, £27,000 if you're doing a 3-year course. If you're doing 5 years, £45,000, right? You're paying £9,000 a year and you are not going to the lectures. And you've paid that for that already. The university doesn't care whether you attend a lecture or not. You do understand that. It's independent learning. So whether you turn up to lectures or not, they don't care. Do you know why? They got your money. They've got your money. So you might think that, yeah, I'm going to enjoy my life. I'm going to pay. I'm not saying don't party. I'm not saying don't drink, whatever. I'm saying you have to understand where the balance is. And a lot of people go overboard and do so much partying and clubbing to the point that they go to lectures and they don't even know what they're doing and they're so behind. And then when exam week comes, and exams is very stressful and it's long, it's a lot longer than GCSEs and A-levels, they're literally stressed out. They're stressed out and they're just all over the place and they're just trying to do last minute revision. You can't do last minute revision with university. Do you know how extensive the content is when you're going to university? So you have to think about it like, if you are paying money for an institution like your university for you to get a degree and you're saying to yourself, oh no, I'm going to go and party and enjoy my, the night for what, 3-4 times a week and not end up going to the lectures, you are wasting money. You're paying money down the drain. Is that what you want? Is that what you want? Like your money is not being put to good use. Because if half of the time you're not there in the lectures, why are you even at university? If you're there for the clubbing and partying, you could do that outside as well. You don't have to go to university for that, right? You can do that stuff outside. I understand. I get it. Yes, people want to do it because they want to experience it. That's fine. But do it with balance. Don't overdo it so that it affects your studies. So that's what I'm saying. What is your goal? When you're going to university, have a goal. What is your, what do you want to get out of it? Have you written that down? As opposed to just following what everyone else is doing. Because when you're following what everyone else is doing, you are a sheep. Which means that if everyone's doing this, you're going to do that. How about taking a step back and thinking for yourself and saying what you want? I didn't do any of that stuff. I didn't party. I didn't do that because I knew exactly what I wanted. I was like, I'm paying this amount of money and why am I going to waste it on this? By the way, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm wrong. It is your preference. But then you have to be okay to not feel guilty when you do these things and then you don't get ahead in your studies or you're behind in your studies. You should not feel guilty. If you don't feel guilty about it, that's fine, cool, no problem. But you have to understand and remember, you are paying £9,000 per year to the university. They do not care if you attend the lectures or not, because at the end of the day, you've paid for the course. You have to pay it back. No one talks about it like that, do they? Everyone's about partying, all that stuff, clubs, drugs, everything. Yeah, go enjoy, have the greatest time. But essentially, in the pure essence, university is for what? You need to get a degree so you can go and do whatever you want after. So remember that. What is your goal? Write it down and make sure you understand exactly what you want to get out of it. The second point that I said, or I've noted here, is asking for help. Like asking for help from professors, asking for help from students, your fellow students. And this is a mistake that I did in my first and second year. And third year, I completely changed it, and I'll explain to you. You see, in my first and second year, I studied everything by myself. I had so many different books, had lecture notes and everything, and I did everything myself. I studied myself by my exam because I thought, I want to do this by myself. There was a bit of sense of pride in the sense that I want to know that I did this by myself without anyone else's help. So I was doing a lot of studying, revising and everything by myself for the first 2 years at university. And then I realized that, you know what? There could be an opportunity for me to revise and study with other people that are even smarter than me. Now, of course, this is a bit of a sensitive topic in the sense that, people feel, or we feel that, if we're studying with smarter people, they're going to bring us down, or we'll feel like more stupid or dumb, right? Because they're ahead. But there is an opportunity there, and I'll tell you what the opportunity is. You see, if you study with a group of people and they actually want to study, no matter if they're smart or not, but if they are smarter than you, for example, you'll realize that they will be able to explain certain concepts, certain modules that you're doing or going through a lot quicker than if you were to study yourself. Just pause that for a bit and just register that in your mind. Those people will be able to explain to you what you're trying to study in a quicker time period, and you'll understand it. Who's winning? Both of you, right? Because now you understand the content that might have taken you maybe 1 or 2 hours to study and still try and get your head around. And that person has explained it to you, which means he or she is now understanding it even further because they've explained that to you. You've got information at a much quicker rate, and now it clicks in your brain. You see, when you're studying with a groups of people and you're asking for help, you are getting to your end goal, the destination, the goal you're trying to achieve in whatever it is that you're trying to understand a lot quicker, because you are now collaborating with all these different minds. All these different minds that you're studying with, they have, okay, but how about this? Okay, but did you think about this? Okay, what this means is you have to do this. And then you're just getting all this information. It's amazing. And that's a mistake I did in the first and second year. And I'm realizing now that if I studied with, first and second year with other people, I wouldn't have to study so hard. Because it's more about, how do I say it? There is hard work, but it's smart work, right? You're being smart about how you study and how you take information in and who you get information from. It's about, studying with good, smart people. That's what they say, right? Even in the business world, they say this, right? When you're starting your business, and I'm learning this as well as I'm running my businesses, is that you want to hire people that are smarter than you. You want to hire people that are better than you. And the reason why, and listen, you probably think, but hold up, Vidish, if they're smarter than me, it's going to make me feel like shit. Take that to the side for a minute, okay? Move that to the side. If you're hiring people smarter than you, they are going to do a better job than you could have ever done for that specific role or for that specific revision or studying that you're doing. But you're still winning in the end because you're benefiting from their mind. You're benefiting from the intelligence, from the intellectual mindset that they have. So when I'm running the software company as well, I'm not going to code those things myself. I'm going to get people that are better than me at coding. Why am I going to do it? It's a waste of my time. I'm not good at it. So I'm going to get someone else to do it better than me, and I'll pay them for it. So when you look at it from a study revision perspective, have people that are smarter than you, because they will push you. They will try and explain it to you in a way that maybe it would have taken you 2-3 hours to do it, and then you save a lot of time and you'll feel better. You'll feel better because you're socializing with the people as much as well when you're revising, which means you're not going to feel alone. And I felt alone a lot of the times, man. Like first and second year, I felt alone because I was doing everything by myself. But I realized if you want to get very far in life, even outside of university, you can't do shit yourself, man. You need help, and you need to ask for help. And that also goes with professors, lecturers. Don't be scared to ask for help from them. You are paying money for them. Remember that. I did that even more. Third year of my university final year, I went like consistently because I'm like, hold up, I'm paying money for you guys. So I'm not in an arrogant way, but I expect to get help. There is a lot of independent learning, of course, yes, but it doesn't stop you from asking help. So whenever you feel like you don't understand something or things are getting too much for you, ask for help. Study in a group. It will help you. Study doesn't mean mess around, by the way. Yes, study, be focused in your studies and in your revision. And you'll see the benefits and the results. It's a completely different level if you were to do it by yourself. The third lesson that I learned whilst I was at university was to surround yourself with people who will push you. And when I say people who will push you, it's people who will hold you accountable. Don't be hanging around with friends that, hey, let's go partying, let's go take some drugs, let's drink alcohol, let's go and hit this bar, etc., etc. If those are the kind of friends that you're hanging around week in, week out, you are going to be the result of that. You are going to do the same thing that these people do. You want to be with people that will say, hold up, how long you been going now clubbing for? 4 times already? No, you got to stop this, man. Listen, you got work to do. Someone who holds you accountable. Someone who's going to push you and tell you that you're doing wrong. Someone who's going to be honest with you and does not care of the outcome because they care for you. Be around those people. Because, listen, man, university, right? A lot of people say, yeah, it's great, etc. But there's going to be a time and a period where you're going to feel a lot of pressure. It's going to hit you hard, right? And when it hits you hard, you don't want to be thinking back like, shit, I wish I listened to this person. I wish I did this. Because then that's going to kill you in the sense that mentally it's going to just make you feel like, oh my gosh, I can't study. Right? Not kill you in the sense that you're going to kill yourself. I didn't mean that way, but I'm saying like mentally it's going to bring you down so much that you're not even going to have the motivation and discipline to even work because now you're so overwhelmed and so behind. So you want to surround with people that's going to hold you responsible for your actions because that's how you learn. That's how you improve as a person. If you're surrounding with people that don't really care about your actions, don't really, just carry on. Yeah, don't worry, you're okay. You're going to be okay. What are you learning? Who's holding you responsible? Who's telling you where you're going wrong? Is that the people that you want to be around with? Like really, is that who you want to be around? No. If you want to improve and if you want to get ahead, surround yourself with people that are going to be honest with you. Even if you don't like it. Actually, it's exactly that. You have to not like it because the truth hurts. But that's good because that's what's going to change you and it's going to improve you and it's going to make you grow. So very important, surround yourself with the people that are going to push you. The fourth lesson I learned was you want to get work experience. This work experience could be from anything, right? You could do a part-time job on the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and you're working or studying, should I say, Monday to Friday. Or you could even work in the afternoon, in the evenings. You want to get some sort of work experience because work experience allows you to see what the real world is, right? You're studying, which is good, but at the same time, you're earning money as well on the side and also experiencing the real world. There's also another thing called work placement. Now, work placement is something where it goes through your university. So after the second year of your university, you can either do a summer internship, which is you going and working in the corporate world in the summer, or you can even do a 1 year long internship, which is basically from September till the next June, you're working at a firm for that whole period of time. If you want to get that experience, I would recommend you doing that because that will help you a lot. I did that and that really helped me. I worked in an investment bank and it was through there then I managed to get into the corporate world. So if you are wanting to get work placement or work experience, do those things because not only is it going to help you to understand the way the world works, but it's also going to allow you to improve your communication skills, how you talk with people, how you deal with setbacks, all those kind of real life shit that you might not experience so much at university, you will experience in the real world, in the corporate world. So it gives you, 2-3 steps ahead so that, once you finish your university degree, you're not going into the real world fresh. You're going into the real world, in the corporate world, should I say, could be any firm, but you're going into that real world with experience in behind you because you've done it before. You know what to expect. So I would say that really helps and you can get a lot of experience from that and exposure as well. The work placement is very helpful because at the end of the placement, if the firm likes you or the company likes you, they'll give you an offer when you finish university. So when you finish university, they'll say, okay, come back and work for us. So you can have that opportunity as well. I would say, listen, unless you just want to finish your degree and you just want to get out there, the work experiences could be a very beneficial thing for you because you'll gain a lot of exposure and experience in how the real world works and actually understand if this could be something for you in the long run. And the last lesson I would say is try and enjoy the experience. I know I said a lot of things about, what your goal and everything is, but try and have a balance, right? You don't want to just kind of burn yourself out and just study. You want to try and enjoy, talk with people, interact with people. And the last lesson I would say is enjoy yourself, man. Like when I say enjoy yourself, I'm not saying like, drink yourself to oblivion and, party like crazy. What I'm saying is enjoy the experience, enjoy the journey that you're in at the moment, which is this university journey that you're in. Because what you have to understand is, right, the university is kind of like it's a cocoon place where you're sheltered from the real world. You're going there for 3 years, 6 years if you're doing medicine, but you're going there for a certain period of time. And in that certain period of time, you're pretty much protected because everything is kind of catered for yourself and for you, right? So you're not really experiencing the real hardships of the world out there yet. So this is what I'm saying, like whilst you're in that cocoon of the university and the education, try and enjoy it and try and have a balance in what you do and enjoy the studies, enjoy the, interacting with people pushing you, like trying to make you think differently, asking for help from professors, going out and having good time, having banter, playing sports. There's so much you can do, right? There's so much you can do. And if you're able to do things where you have a timetable and everything is organized, you'll enjoy the journey a lot more, as opposed to either you're studying so much to the point that you're getting yourself burnt out, or you're drinking and going to partying so much to the point that you're so behind in your studies. You don't want to be in any of those kind of situations. But if you're able to try and do all these things in a balanced way, you're going to enjoy the journey a lot more. I think for me, because I was so focused on wanting to get the degree and then move to the next thing, I didn't really have that much balance. It was just more like work. And when I look at it, yeah, I could have put more time in socializing. I could have been putting more time in, interacting with other people, going to different events, of course. But I'm not really regretting that because I think that discipline and the way I was has allowed me to be where I am today. So I don't think that's a regret. It's just something that I'm just sharing with you that you can take on board as well if that's something that you want to do. But listen, that's just me. That's how I'm wired. That's how I think. You don't have to do what I do. But what I'm saying is these things I'm sharing with you is something that you can just take little bits here and there and apply in your own life. Anyways, I hope you can take something from this video. And if it has, give this video a big thumbs up. Would really appreciate it. And remember, everything starts from zero. When are you going to start? Peace.